We are live. Kyle!
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are the Sci-Fi Nerds, and we're back with a brand new episode of our Sci-Fi Nerds podcast. And tonight we're going to be discussing which crossover we would love to see Godzilla in. So we've seen Godzilla in a lot of crossovers. He's been in some crossovers before I was even born that I thought were cool, from Marvel to DC. But tonight we get the opportunity to share with you guys which crossover we would love to see him in, and even the crossovers that he is in now. But before we do that, we got to hit you with the incredible intro from the Sci-Fi Nerds.
Cool.
All right, cool. Good deal. And in case you guys missed it last week, Kyle, he's the new addition to the Sci-Fi Nerd. So
That's so good. Oh my gosh. It's such a great honor
those
to
who
be
are watching, make sure you give Kyle a shout out. He joined us last week for an amazing show. But Remy, the show is dedicated to you. Nick, Serge, Doris, we dedicate the show to you. And Kyle, we'll start with you. This was an idea that Remy came up with as far as crossovers we would love to see Godzilla in. So what
comes up with the idea and
That's a good question.
Yeah, he's not here. Hi, Remy, where are you? He might be watching. He might be the game.
It's like Mike Myers in that little bit he used to do on Saturday Night Live. Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was like, man. So we miss you guys. We definitely miss having you guys here. But tonight we'll hold down the fort. Kyle, we'll start with you. Which crossover would you love to see Godzilla in? And it could be more than one specific one, but what's a crossover idea that you wouldn't mind seeing Godzilla in?
Oh God. I would probably have to say maybe maybe three. I would say like 3 fictional worlds that I kind of picture him seeing in. The first of all, I would definitely picture seeing him in Game of Thrones, which I believe that's what my parents have always been watching. So if I were putting Godzilla in Game of Thrones, I want Godzilla to be more neutral. Like, I don't want him to be like some sort of protector. He's basically just minding his own business.
Right.
And if he knew what was going on, like say the ice invasion that's been happening this season, or say another dragon or whatever kind of creature that probably wakes up from the slumber, he would definitely have to investigate and try to take down that threat. And I want him to basically be more like, probably be almost kind of like Drogon, but a little bit more I don't want to like give him all like this dragon scales that mostly we see in dragons, but just morely like just almost kind of like a mix of like probably the Tokyo SOS and the Monsterverse version, but with the cool looking spikes, kind of like almost something like maybe something like Godzilla Earth from the anime trilogy, something like that. And I kind of see him going from like, either if he's maybe being possessed by those ice titans, he would either like I kind of picture his eyes will like go for I would say blue all the way over to maybe like dark blue, something like that. 2, I would definitely like to see him in I would see him in Fairy Tail, because Fairy Tail from the anime is definitely my favorite anime in my book. I kind of like see him just like from the Game of Thrones, but he will definitely decide which one he will like help the wizards with. Like, say, if you read Godzilla Dominion, he like watch Behemoth and Amulet fighting from the distance. Like, I kind of see him like he's like deciding which wizard or say dragon gods he's deciding he had to side up with. And if he sees the wizards like Fairy Tail getting themselves in a big coma, he would have to take action and definitely help them, and roars at either the villains to like make them bow to him. And 3, I would definitely like to see him probably in the world of Final Fantasy. Definitely Final Fantasy is definitely one of the best choices for Godzilla to be in, because he could definitely evolve into many different forms, which you probably see that in probably Attack on Titan or Godzilla Geeks Dawn of War. I kind of see him like probably be the side for the light, and I kind of see Godzilla, Gamera, Mothra, and Kong, as well as Anguirus, Rodan, and King Caesar, as like probably the 7 guardians of the light, whereas his arch enemies, I would say maybe Gaul, Dora, probably Queen Gauss in my own fictional idea, and many other like monsters are basically the side of the darkness. Because you see in Dissidia, there's a battle between light and darkness, and I kind of see that with Godzilla in that universe.
Nah, those are some good choices. I was gonna say Godzilla Dominion. Yeah, you was right about that. If he had a role like that, that would be cool. I was reading the Godzilla versus the Power Rangers crossover. That was really cool too. I actually still need to like finish it, like catch up on it. And then I started the Godzilla and DC crossover, where him and Superman, they have the first battle. And so Godzilla's really really making a name for himself, not just in Japan anymore, but over here. People find themselves being more interested in Godzilla. What about you, DJ? What crossovers would you like to see Godzilla? I've been waiting for this all day to hear what you got to say, DJ. DJ is a man of wisdom, man.
So the first one that came to mind was Transformers. You got all the different size bots and everything. You got the city size ones, like now I just blanked out on his name.
Right.
But Metro, something like that. There's such a variety there. You got the combiners and everything like that. So it'd be really cool to see him going up against both sides. Metroplex, that's it.
Yeah, I figured you were trying to remember that name, because he's very he's a Titan, which basically, if you know the Transformers lore, he and all the others are part of like the Titan group of Transformers that transform into cities.
Yeah, so that the other Transformers could walk around in.
Yeah.
So
I could definitely see Godzilla going up against Metroplex or Menace or any other Titans of the Transformers universe.
Scorponok and
I don't know. Like Scorponok's kind of like, I would say maybe small, like most other incarnations of them. Like Scorponok, I would picture the one in the Bayverse is more like an animal.
Right.
No. I'm talking OG. No Bayverse, nothing like that.
Okay, but I mean, like OG, compared to the OG ones, yeah, he's very much more like a robot.
Yeah, there's 2 different versions of Scorponok. There's one that's a Titan, and he was like a city size one.
Okay.
And then there's the Beast Wars one. That was like an actual Scorpion.
Right. I almost forgot about that. He did Beast Wars, yeah. And
then there's the kind of like the Dragon one. It's almost like the Godzilla on the Decepticon side. Like try something or whatever, and so he would be
Tripticon,
yeah. So so you got a few Titans for him to go toe to toe with, and then obviously, like I said, the combiners, and,
right?
And then you got people like Megatron with either his gun mode or his cannon mode with the extra power and everything like that. So there's a lot there that can work out. The second universe that popped in my mind that I would like to see him crossover, which would be insane, is the Guyver.
Oh yeah. You put me on that, the Guyver.
Because if he got one of the Guyver units installed on himself and had the bio boosted armor, his power would be he would be completely unstoppable.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
nothing would stop him.
Oh my god!
Are you familiar with Guyver?
I probably heard of him, but I really need to catch up with it. I really got to catch up with the anime.
Okay, so quick synopsis.
Is that good?
So the Guyver is a series where this teenager stumbles upon this device. It's like this big, and he accidentally activates it, and it puts what's called a bio armor into him. So it fuses with him, and when he calls on it, it forms this bio armor around him, and it gives him superpowers and strength. And he has what's called like vibro blades on both of his elbows. He's got a giant cannon smasher thing on his chest. He's got all sorts of different abilities. Well, when this happens, he stumbles upon an organization called Kronos, and they create these creatures that are called zoonoids, and so they control like the police, politicians, and all sorts of stuff. And it's a crazy series because this is just a normal teenager that just wanted to live a normal life, and he gets wrapped up into this big thing, and they like take over the world. And him and one other guy are like the only resistance that actually has a chance to stand up against these creatures and stuff. So, like I said, Godzilla getting that armor with his atomic breath and then all the abilities that the Guyver unit would give him, it'd be insane. So, so that would be a really awesome series, like crossover mini series to see.
Yeah,
and
that'd be cool.
I see.
Guyver is cool because DJ actually put me on Guyver, and so I fell in love with it. So guy, if you get a chance or opportunity to watch it, like please watch it. Like DJ can send you like the links and everything. Like it's cool.
Okay, so, that's definitely what. Oh, Godzilla versus Predator. That's a good one. I just saw that.
The last universe I'd like to see him crossover is with Image, particularly Hellspawn or Spawns.
Oh, I know what that is.
But the Image universe all together, because you get a whole bunch of different characters and stuff like that, but
you get so
more focused on Spawn. Because I could see like Malbolgia trying to recruit him, and
if he recruit guys,
and then him having a spot like the Hellspawn symbiote costume.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I kind of see that with all the needles on the Hellspawn. That guy, I think I know what you're talking about. It does sound like a really interesting take on Godzilla. Like I kind of like see him like something like Shin Godzilla, where he's evolving with all those something like that.
Yeah,
that could work for a Hellspawn.
So if you're not super familiar with Spawn, he was a former soldier that gets murdered, and he gets sent to hell because he was an assassin, and he makes a deal with the devil to be a general for his army. But when he comes back, he forgets about it and he fights for himself. And he becomes a protector, but he's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. And,
right.
So both the forces of heaven and hell are like always after him because he won't submit to either side. He's like, I'm doing my thing. I don't care about your battle. He's like, I only said what I had to come back to my wife.
Right.
But, he came back years later and she was remarried. So, so he fights the forces of good and evil because like the forces of good in this world aren't necessarily pure good. So they've got their own agendas kind of thing.
Man.
And then there's some of the forces are like specifically hunters force hell spawns, and they
that
they
sounds
get
cool.
Very cool.
so yeah, so there's a lot of dynamic to it, and then when you bring in like the other hero teams and characters from the Image universe, it just expands out, and there's so many different different powers and characters, kind of like X-Men style and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I like universes like that. Like evolves a lot of characters, a lot of powers, and we don't need Godzilla going in that universe because we definitely don't need him getting in the Guyver universe. He'd be so powerful, like would nothing stop him. And I know Trey said Godzilla versus Predator. That actually sounds pretty cool.
That would be interesting to see.
But my question is, how would you get a Predator to fight Godzilla? Like, if you compare, just like James Rolfe says, like if you compare like two opponents, there wouldn't be really much of a fight. But if you actually take the elements from Power Rangers and put that with the Predator, you could definitely see that what the Predators might do. They might grow to ginormous size, and I kind of see that happening with the Predators or the aliens too, if they ever did that.
For the Predators, I wouldn't necessarily see them growing. From my understanding, like the kind of the core mythos for the Predators is they don't, they're just trying to build up their own skill set. Now, what I would imagine for the Predators, if we go based on what I know of like the comics and stuff, not necessarily some of the later movies, but the comics, you could potentially have like a squad of Predators where each one's like a different specialty. And you have one that's kind of like the leader, kind of jack of all trades. And then you have one that's more like the heavy arms one. So he's more tanked up and has heavier weapons like the big cannons and stuff like that.
Got a better artillery.
And you got like a scout or ranger type and, a couple different specialties. And then, I can see them working as a group to try and bring them down and figuring out how to use their technology to overpower them.
Yeah, I think Godzilla versus Predator fight, I think it'll be more, but I'll be interested to see the Predator's approach, because I think it's going to be in like more of a thinking approach, like how to approach something like this big or this, enormous, try to study him a little bit. So I would be curious to see how that plays out. Let's see what Trey said. I would also make Godzilla around 55 meters. Okay, make him more realistic to the battle. You would introduce a new breed of Predator and have a few of them. That doesn't sound like a bad.
Not a bad idea.
That's a possibility. Like I said, I'm not like super well versed in the Predator mythos.
Right.
Just from the little bit that I've seen, I haven't seen them in the comics that I've read go the route like one of the previous movies did, where they were like injecting themselves with different DNAs to like make themselves bigger and stronger and stuff like that. Not to say that doesn't happen in the comics. I just never saw it.
Imagine injecting Godzilla.
Or
they're already tough enough as it is.
Or maybe they could really build their own mechs. Maybe the Predators can build their own mechs by studying humans' Mecha Godzilla, and maybe they could use that.
Possibly.
They are very smart with technology. So if they're trying to hunt down Godzilla, I would say make a giant mech version of themselves to go on, take down Godzilla. But they really going to have to watch out for his atomic breath, because that could basically burn through everything.
Yeah. That could. And I mean, like I said, it's so many like places you could fit Godzilla with like the right ideas. I mean, I thought about this question. I had trouble with it because, like I said, Godzilla has been in so many crossovers. I know one of the ideas I came up with, I'm not sure if they've done this already, but I would like to see, and I don't know how this would work, maybe not, obviously not a live action, but maybe just a comic form, have Godzilla take on the Ninja Turtles. I would love to see something like that. And maybe at some point even get Shredder involved. Maybe try to get Godzilla or something on this side, or something like that.
I think that could definitely be possible. Or just control him, because he's been controlled by aliens. But why not the Foot Ninja or anyone? Like, they could definitely figure a way how to control Godzilla.
Yeah, I think that would be I think that would be really cool, just to have him come in the universe and have all the Ninja Turtles, Master Splinter, like, what the world is this? How they gonna take this down, and of course have April there. So that was one of the ideas I came up with. The second one I came up with, I watched Stranger Things, so I would like to see him in the Stranger Things universe, just to see how that would play out. Just based off of them seeing different monsters and all the craziness that goes on in their world. Maybe 11 versus Godzilla, something like that. And then the third one. Now, so this was a little unorthodox. I was just sitting thinking. I'm like, I'm thinking on it, and I actually would like to see Godzilla and Harry Potter. I think
oh my god, that is such a great idea, because I watched all of the Harry Potters, and I did not really think Godzilla would be in the Harry Potter universe. Like, the question is, how are you going to have Godzilla in the Harry Potter universe, including the strange beast that's connected to Harry Potter, if I'm not correct? Would he be like?
I have no idea. I'll throw him in a cameo or something.
Oh, really?
I have no idea how that would work. It's just something I thought about. I was like, I wonder if.
Well, I mean, you could have it as an alternate take on the story that we know of Harry Potter, and Voldemort, in his effort to take control of the world and everything, summons Godzilla in and tries to control him, but eventually, Godzilla breaks free and turns on him or whatever. But obviously you got a lot of wizards and stuff like that would have a big battle with him and everything. So,
dude, that would be a huge. Or they travel in the future or something, something that that would involve him. So I was just sitting around thinking, because Godzilla has been in a lot of, and I think even the Godzilla versus Spider-Man. I can't wait to that.
Man. Oh my god!
Or you could just have the Japanese branch of the Wizarding World.
Yeah.
That's what they train for, because they have to repel Godzilla all the time.
Right. That's a good idea.
That'll be
I
cool.
would definitely see him in the Japanese branch, or just a great idea I thought about. Maybe he can understand Harry Potter and his two friends if he sees them, just like the scene from King of the Monsters. Like, maybe he got a little annoyed that they probably zapped him because they freed him, but probably for a few seconds he begins to realize, oh, so you freed me. Okay, since you free me, I'll let you guys live. But if you really need help, just don't hesitate, but don't get on my bad side.
Right.
So, yeah, that I can definitely see that. Or they maybe become friends with Manila. Like, I know it sounds a little odd, but Harry Potter is geared towards children. I can definitely see them interact with Manila in that sort of way, watching him fight other monsters.
So Trey said Godzilla versus Pokemon. I actually like that. I was a big Pokemon fan back in the day. I remember collecting all the Pokemon cards, and I always thought that Godzilla was more like a Charizard type. So that would be awesome to see Godzilla take on Charizard in the little Pokemon world. That would be cool. I don't think it would be much of a fight, but to see both of them at the same time, I think that would be cool.
I think that's pretty cool, because I think, like, way back in the early 2000s, I think that's what really stopped the franchise, because of Pokemon. Because Pokemon was getting a lot more attention than Godzilla way back in 2004.
Right.
And so
Yeah, Pokemon was super popular.
Yeah, we do see him a lot of Pokemon's referencing some Godzilla characters, and I think we kind of understand that.
Godzilla versus Digimon. That'd be
Oh my god!
Zapped into the digital world.
That'll be cool. That'd be cool.
Super
that would
cool.
Be cool. I remember that was coming on Saturdays. I used to get up Saturday. That's the only time I was really like a morning person as a kid. Because I knew on Saturdays all the good shows was gonna come on.
Or maybe we can have him in probably in both Dragon Ball and Naruto. Probably that could be really cool.
Oh, my son Jaden would love that. Godzilla and Naruto.
One Piece.
Yeah. Oh, DJ. yeah. One Piece.
I could see him getting annoyed with Luffy.
Yeah, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I could definitely. Now that would be awesome. I would love to see that.
Bleach.
Yeah, I mentioned that too, and I think that would be really cool. Maybe Godzilla can sense some supernatural entity with the Soul Reapers. I think that I can definitely see that happen.
Yeah, that would be. That would definitely be. That would definitely be something to see. So
what would be a crossover that would be like a huge mismatch? It just would not make sense at all.
That's
a good question, DJ.
Yeah.
Like the first one that comes to my mind is Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Like it just like
Yeah, I would say let's see. I'll say Godzilla maybe versus the Looney Tunes. Godzilla learn how to open the 8 gates to fight a 10-tailed beast.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. 10-tailed beast. Yeah, like the fox. Yeah,
like a total mismatch. Yeah, that would be, man.
Yeah, Joe. That'd be
Toy Story.
Make a cameo. Oh,
just
a toy version Disney. Of Godzilla would be perfect for that.
Yeah,
it would.
I agree. Like maybe Godzilla make a cameo in Toy Story as a toy. That sounds like a cool idea. I could definitely picture him on the shelf somewhere.
Jurassic World: Attack of the
Kaiju. Oh my.
Yeah, I think the Titans will go crazy in Jurassic World.
Yeah, like compared to that, I think we can definitely see Gareth Edwards referencing his love for Godzilla, and that's why he put Titanosaurus, because Titanosaurus was in a Godzilla movie. Very different than the long neck versions. Very different.
Yeah, I'll say very, very, very different. But yeah, mismatches. Yeah, I just, and like I said, I'll advocate for Godzilla anytime. So he's been in a lot of doesn't he? Isn't Godzilla versus the Hulk coming out?
No? Yeah, I think
it was. He's doing like a whole Marvel run.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting him to be undefeated.
Like there's somebody did a teaser. I don't know if it's official or not, but somebody did like a teaser artwork with the Fantastic Four.
I saw that.
Me
shows
too.
The Thing dressed up as Godzilla, and Human Torch is yelling at him like, "Dude, no, we're supposed to fight Godzilla, not dress up as Godzilla." And you see like Godzilla in the background blowing stuff up and everything.
I hope that's real, because if that's real, at some point they would probably team up to fight Galactus.
Yeah,
right. That'd be a really cool idea.
I think that would actually, dang, really, DJ, you
got
me kind of hype now, DJ. Oh man, if that's real, oh man.
But if they actually did a crossover cinematic universe, I don't know how would Marvel or DC, Warner Brothers, or Disney would have to acquire the rights for Godzilla, because he's owned by Toho. Because
I don't want Disney touching Godzilla. That's my issue. I don't want.
No, I mean, but if they really did want to make like a crossover animated universe, then I would definitely go for that. An animated film, no.
The best way to do that be to stick with like an anime studio, like
Right.
how they have the anime version of like some of the Marvel heroes, like Iron Man and
yeah.
Widow and Punisher and stuff. Like
Or
whatever studio that is, let them do the crossover.
That's a good idea.
I think Godzilla is supposed to fight with. Oh man, Trey, don't tell me that. You gonna make me shut the stream down if that's
gonna happen, then I guess it's up to the creators to make that decision.
That is awesome. You just say, "Hey, Zayden."
Keeps crawling by.
Like, yeah, I can see he's trying to not get in the way.
Yeah, when she get up, she will though. But yeah, I think with Galactus. Oh man! All right, now I'm getting excited, man. I'm DJ. You got me thinking now, man. Like if that's real, if you find out anything else more about that than I do, DJ, let me know.
Yeah. Going back to Transformers, I forgot Godzilla versus Unicron.
Oh my god! Why? Why did we why we didn't really think of that? Oh my goodness!
Unicron like, didn't really cross my mind.
Yep.
What if he shoots an atomic beam at Unicron, just like in Final Wars? Like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I would say epic. That would be really epic to see him doing that.
That would be
like if he sees Unicron up in the sky, is like I gotta like plant myself and fire away.
Yep.
Like Jada, who would you like to see Godzilla fight?
I think
King Kong. He already fought King Kong.
we already did. Okay.
So we said Ninja Turtles. We said Transformers, Guyver, Superman. He already killed.
Oh, he almost
he fought Superman.
I kind of like maybe picture of him in Invisible. Like, why not Invisible? That is on Amazon or even the.
Jaden, come back. Why are you crawling? Just walk.
I think he doesn't want to like to interrupt. I can definitely see.
Yeah.
What about Critical Role's Vox Machina or any other campaign that the Critical Role has done? Like, I kind of see Godzilla in Critical Role. I actually met Laura, Travis, and Sam at Anime NYC last year, and I showed Laura and Travis my Godzilla and Vox Machina crossover, and they were like, whoa, and like they were amazed of my drawing of him and all the other monsters I did for the new Empire. And she wanted to take a picture, but I also gave her my other new version of it, and she was like excited, like she was geeking out like a kid. It's like, I'm my guy. It looks like I really made Laura's day, and I could definitely see Godzilla in Vox Machina. Like, how would Godzilla would do in the world of Vox Machina? That's what my question is.
You just made me think of another universe.
Godzilla versus Charles Barkley too.
The Star Wars universe.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, that really reminded me of Goji Center's own depiction of Godzilla. Like, I can definitely see many different versions of Godzilla, like they predicted. Like, if you go with Shin Godzilla has been evolving, including Ultima. So if you put Godzilla in Star Wars or Star Trek, you can definitely do everything with Godzilla. You can make him like a water creature, a desert creature, space creature, or anything. You could definitely put him in whatever form you want him in both of these franchises.
And I also, another thing I would like to see in comic form is Godzilla versus Bowser. I would like to see that.
Oh, Mario, yeah.
Godzilla versus Bowser from Mario.
How are you going to get Bowser to battle a giant?
Okay, I got a question. How about this? What video game crossover would you like to see the King of the Monsters in?
Oh my god.
This should be interesting.
How about
Devil May
Resident?
Cry.
Oh my goodness.
Right, which
You're
one,
talking
DJ?
about Capcom.
Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good.
That is so cool. I was almost thinking of the same company as Devil May Cry. I was thinking about Resident Evil. Like, why don't we have him created by maybe from Umbrella and the four House Lords? Maybe something more like a kind of like Shin Godzilla. Like he looks more like a giant zombie version of Godzilla when you think about it.
Yeah, I would for sure like to see him in Mario Kart. He have his own car, his own. Let's see. There's one giant turtle. We want Godzilla. Gamera.
Oh, what? Yeah.
I don't even know how we skipped.
Like,
well, because that's a
done.
Good.
Yeah, there's been like so many people who wanted Godzilla versus Gamera crossover. I think many of us wanted to see that.
Yeah. With the rubber suit style.
Yeah. How are you going to get those suits from Kodansha and Toho to work together on this rubber suit movie? How are you going to do that? That's a good question.
You know what? I don't know, but I know with a lot of the technology we have now, I think they should be able to make some. Oh, that's a good one, Trey. Some good Super Smash Bro. Yeah. Yeah. I think he'd be almost unstoppable in that game if you know how to really use them. I think that'll be cool.
That'll be like ultimate. That's why I would put it into words.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Let's see.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. What about Supernatural? I love that show, Supernatural.
Oh, that would be good.
I say they did a lot of like mentioned Godzilla's like on some occasions, like kind of imagine him teaming up with the Winchester brothers, or maybe against them. Like, how would they view Godzilla, or maybe they might see him as a solution or a problem? Because you never know with Godzilla; he's unpredictable. He's more like an animal in sort of way. Animals can be unpredictable in whatever mood they're in.
Right. Yeah. And even like watching, not watching, but reading Godzilla Dominion. I thought it was so cool how he just kind of chills and floats through the air pockets while he's underwater, just relaxing, or whether he's sleeping. And you actually get to see what he's thinking and what he's feeling and stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. So Godzilla, he does have a pretty chill demeanor to him until somebody do something dumb, of course, or he's got to remind him of who he is. So, but no, that'll be cool. That'll be cool to see him in that, Kyle. That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
That'll be wonderful to see how he would think.
I do wish we could have got a Godzilla and Kong fight on Skull Island, though. I do wish that we could have got that. That would have been awesome.
That would be cool, but I think they kind of cut that out in the original script for GBK.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I heard from D-Man 1954.
Yeah, his video
on his. Yeah, he mentioned about that he really wished it would happen, but they kind of switched that out over to the Tasmanian Sea, which definitely makes that perfect sense.
Yeah, that was a good battle.
I think that's why they came up with that whole opening excuse. Oh, he's getting too big for the his environment that we built around him and everything. So,
okay.
Let's help him find a new home, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, because Titans in the Monsterverse are always growing big, because compared to us, we're like bugs, and to them, they're like us. That'll be, if you think about it, like compared to, I would say, little tiny mammals with the dinosaurs way back in the day. Like they were big compared to these small mammals.
And I do know I got Kong's book as well. I know after the fight with Camazotz, it was a terrible, terrible storm that was supposed to come and completely like destroy his island. But I know Gia was like the last one left on the island that they saved. But I wish watching Godzilla swim in the water, pulling up to Skull Island, man. Oh man, we're not gonna get it.
I don't think we're ever gonna get it.
No, we're not gonna get it.
What about Ultraman and Pacific Rim? I would definitely see.
I forgot about Pacific Rim
and Ultraman too, because I think we should have Godzilla and Ultraman and Pacific Rim crossover one day.
He said the same food Godzilla in the round. Kong was on a cruise mind his own business and Godzilla got mad. Godzilla thought he was a threat, man. Godzilla thought he was bad, man.
Yeah, I can see that with the Ultraman or the Jaegers or even the Kaiju. Like he would definitely view, just like with Kong, he kind of would view Ultraman and the mechs as a threat.
Right.
And that could definitely, we could definitely see Godzilla's confusion. He doesn't understand who's good or bad unless if he figures out what's really causing all this.
Until like Belial and his cronies show up, then it's pretty easy because like typically Godzilla, like as soon as he sees somebody else trying to take over the planet, he's like, nope, not on my watch. If anybody's gonna rule this planet, it's me.
And Kamen Rider crossover. What do you think of that, DJ?
That would be cool.
Yeah,
they have dealt with like big threats before. So
that's true.
I
would definitely see him. I kind of like picture him fighting Chimera and her two comrades, or Dark Zagi, any of those evil ultras. Like, I think the video that Godzilla Geek made, Dawn War, where he fought Ultra Dark Killer, that was amazing. I can definitely see him fighting against evil Ultraman. Like, you can definitely have him fight against anyone, as long as they like about his size. But like, if you put that DC second issue Godzilla versus Justice League versus Kong 2 are planning to make King Shark and Killer Croc kaiju size, which like if you make those supervillains from both Marvel and DC and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like something like Power Rangers or Super Sentai, you have to like basically trying to make them grow or more like monster.
Godzilla's just about to be undefeated for sure against Marvel. I don't see nobody whooping him.
Or maybe he can just be friends with the Justice League or the Avengers. Just see, he kind of like builds trust of them. Or maybe he was just an infant who lost his father, probably got raised by those heroes, and he starts to build a trust with them.
Well, I know Batman built the Batman mech.
Yeah.
He built the Batman to try to stop him. So, Godzilla and Ghost Rider team up versus, I don't know. Yeah, so that
Ghost Rider hopping on his back and saying, "You're my ride now."
Yeah.
Flames everywhere.
And set Godzilla on fire.
He's like, get off.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I know Remy would say Godzilla in My Hero Academia. I believe that's one that would be one.
Well, they already had that crossover.
Yeah, they did that once. And
really?
It was in the movie.
Yeah, they go to like this convention thing, and he's walking by in like a kimono, and somebody says, "Hey," and he waves at him or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Going past.
Right.
That's cool.
It does make sense because that series is owned by Toho Animation, the same company that did Godzilla.
That's cool. I would definitely and like I said with DJ, I would definitely stick with the best route to go with Godzilla to keep my boy safe is just the anime route. And you know, and I like and Toho's got like the strict rules for Godzilla, which you know I would too. It's their product, and they really think highly of him over there. So, and from my understanding, just talking to a couple people who was stationed over there or are from there, they literally like Godzilla's like everything to them over there. Like they love him. So, I can definitely understand that.
They got him
So,
on top of a building overlooking like a major shopping market area.
yeah. Yeah. Somebody got some pictures. They took a picture of it for me. The Godzilla, I think the Godzilla hotel they have over there. So I have to get that picture because I'm like, man, I want to go over there so bad.
Yeah.
But Godzilla's the man. Godzilla's the man. And Remy, you was not here. Yeah, we got to jump him. I'm sorry, Remy.
Or what about? I kind of picture him fighting Gorgo, young Gary, and Pulgasari.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but you know, if you're planning to like have two crossovers, but we gotta remember Pulgasari is a North Korean kaiju film, and young Gary's a South Korean kaiju film. So
Right.
we gotta like probably see that, you know, they're probably very strict. They don't want their character to be taken, but the Dream of Vacation, I kind of like that could be really something. But with Gorgo, I guess you can't because he's
with Gorgo you can for sure.
Yeah.
I
don't know about this Korean kaiju. Like they don't want that to happen.
Oh yeah. I know for sure. And DJ, you said that Godzilla's going on a Marvel run, right?
From my understanding, that's why they got all these images of him fighting like Spider-Man and other characters. So
I wonder how the Spider-Man we're gonna go. What if Godzilla get like the Venom symbiote?
I kind of picture Godzilla being possessed by the symbiote. That would be really cool because you could definitely do everything with Venom. You can have him like take over all the other characters. Like if he possessed Godzilla, he's probably going to be his personality would be changed. But
I did
gotta remember he's weak to sonic boom. So sound
and fire. So it'd be interesting to see how long that would last. The first time Godzilla uses his atomic breath.
That would be too annoying for
I guess I'm curious to see how the confrontation even gonna come about. Like, oh man. So I can't wait till that come out. So
you got to remember in the Marvel universe, you have a lot of like powerful psychics, like Professor Xavier and Jean Grey and stuff like that. So there's a lot of potential for his mind to be controlled.
Now, isn't Magneto? Doesn't he got psychic powers as well?
No, Magneto's all magnetism. So if there's any kind of metal in Godzilla, he could control him that way.
And I know, and I can't remember. I got to go back and read the Godzilla versus DC comic. I have it, and I think it was Lex Luthor. Somehow they got Godzilla. I can't remember. They got him to come over somewhere. I can't remember.
They were trying to use some kind of like device. They were using something from Superman's.
Yes, that's right.
His Fortress of Solitude, and
that's
then
right. Dr. R,
there was a mishap, and so it pulled in Godzilla.
Okay.
And some of the other kaiju and stuff, and so and they quickly realized that they couldn't control him and everything. So like Lex Luthor tried to create, an evil Mechagodzilla, and so Batman worked with the Flash to create the counters.
I like how you're thinking, Trey. He will create something to control Big G, and Spider-Man will have to stop him. So I cannot wait until these comics come out. I'm excited. Yeah. Godzilla.
I gotta read them.
Yeah, so no, I'm really excited, man. This was an awesome conversation, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks a lot, Remy.
Speaking of Godzilla,
man. DJ, I'm so jealous of you, bro, but I'm happy for you at the same time.
Oh my god. I think I also have -1 too. Oh my god.
This is the Japanese special edition.
Is that like the Japanese steel book, or that's
No, it's not a steel book, but there's an American steel book, I think.
Really?
I need that. I need that version. That's the
I
version
even
I
got
need.
that too. Like
Yeah.
I only got the Blu-ray, so
yeah, I picked up the Blu-ray as well, but this popped up on the Godzilla shop, like the official Godzilla shop for America. So I snatched it up.
So I know they got tons of behind the scenes footage on one of those. They got to.
There's a whole disc that's just nothing but behind. So there's a color Blu-ray, black and white Blu-ray. There's I think 4K and then special features.
oh, that's cool.
But the special features has no English subtitles.
I don't know if you got, but I
hey,
actually
DJ, Trey said, man, you don't want to just send me.
No. All mine.
Yeah, but I also got Zone Fighter. I think it was like for a Christmas gift. I got on Etsy. If you can find it on Etsy, it's only like $25 for English subtitled disc. They're not returnable, but you could definitely get them on Etsy when you have a chance.
Yeah.
If anyone's out there on the chat, go to an Etsy store and type Zone Fighter. You will definitely be amazed with the show because I finished the show. It's so good, but that show, Zone Fighter, did not reach very popular in Japan because of low ratings that the show had. But featuring Godzilla, they want to like make money off with it.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he's more like I would say an opening letter to Ultraman Zone Fire, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Kyle, I want to see your shirt.
Oh, yeah. I've been like holding that like for a long time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I got this was from
DJ, that's awesome, brother.
I got to get that shirt too, DJ. I really got it when I have a chance. I think also when I have a chance, I will get that shirt. And that'll be in my drawer.
DJ, you got it going on, brother. Got it going on. Well, I mean, I guess that about wraps us up for tonight. Remy, we're gonna get you. Jeremiah says, hey. But this was definitely a great conversation. Those who watched in the comment and participated, we thank you, Trey. We always grateful for you, and we thank you so much. Donald.
I'm Kyle.
I'm DJ.
And we are the
Sci-Fi Nerdz.
We are the Sci-Fi Nerdz.